How's it going, folks? Welcome back to World of Warcraft, The War Within. Speaker Prince.
I speak for the machines.
Absent speaker. It is a dark day for the Ringing Deep scene. I always knew there was something about the High Speaker that wasn't quite right. Now we have proof. And we need justice. If he has plans for the Awakening Machine, then we've got to stop him.
Task resumed.
Enough talking. The High Speaker will answer for his crimes. To the Earthenworks.
Skitter stays behind. Alright. To the Earthenworks. Ah, and now we're going this way. Okay, cool. So we will see. We will venture off to those quest areas. Whoa! Get out of that! Getting singed. Alright. Oh, it's a long way down.
I suspected we might need some assistance.
Moira informed us of the situation. We're ready to help.
Aragon Skitter is here. And Janky.
Conversation initiated.
The High Speaker and his followers will answer for their crimes.
Conversation terminated.
Sympathetic speakers. I have to stop the High Speaker from making more Skarden. Machine Speaker Protocol dictates that one of the foremen in this area should have a key to the Hall of Awakening. Come with me and we'll track it down.
We require a foreman's key to access the Hall of Awakening.
You address the Queen Regent of the Dark Iron Clan.
Stay a while and listen.
The Three Hammers. I can see how worried you are about Dagran.
I've got a lot to make up for. For a long time, I knew I needed to protect Azeroth. I gave up a lot. I gave up too much. I should have spent more time protecting you and Dagran.
Dagran's been through a lot too.
I know. I want to be here for him, as his granddad. I wasn't responsible enough. That needs to change. I've spent too many years listening to Azeroth's voice. I'm glad I can listen to yours now.
Aye, Father. We'll figure it out together.
Oh, the family.
You need a hammer?
The familia.
And
Battle of the
you may
Earthenworks.
take your leave.
Seen, there's a battle afoot. We need to assist Machine Speakers loyal to the cause and move against anyone defending the High Speaker. I'm going to remain and make plans with Adelgon. I need you to lead our forces while we're containing consequences of the High Speaker's actions in the Earthenworks. This is our first step to disposing of him. We're putting to stop to his horrendous crimes once and for all. What do you say, Scene? Yeah, for a scrap?
May your hammer strike true.
Always. Alright, first things first. So we're gonna fight the High Speaker's followers and confront the foreman.
The machine. At last. I rest.
Freedom?
Delayed. My task is done at last. I rest.
destroyed?
Protect the machines.
Where are you?
No more work.
Foreman Geyser? Need them to get up again?
Violence authorized.
I rest.
Oh, there you are. That's the real one. Defiant, non-compliant. The awakening machine is all that matters. Can you help us?
Speaker detected. The High Speaker warned us about you.
Oh, they were going to be so helpful. Otten. So Otten is over there. There's some quests over here. I should go and wander over there real quick. Notes on the machine speakers, Fragment 3. Machine speakers who have delayed their sync cycle in the awakening machine may begin to display psychological aberrance. This may include unacceptable or unprofessional displays of emotion. Such behavior is described as non-compliant, and co-workers remain vigilant for non-compliant behavior. An effective foreman will intercede before then, reminding a worker of to moderate their tone. Over time, after a machine speaker's sync in the awakening machine, they may begin to develop friendships or more romantic relationships. This is deemed acceptable, and some privately agree to form long-term partnerships, fusing their time together. However, when a machine speaker returns to the awakening machine, everything deemed peripheral to work and training, including those relationships, is removed from the individual's mind so they can focus on work.
Make it quick. We're busy.
Ferngor, Rampage in the Refinery, catastrophe. Oh, this is awful. Awful. Those accursed slag heap elementals are keeping my refinery workers from being able to do their jobs. Duty demands we carry on our work. These delays will not be tolerated. You look competent enough. Go on, get down there and get to work destroying elementals. Production must not be slowed.
If that is all.
Someone needs to get down there and drive those elementals off. And they all look at me at the same time.
The burden is mine.
Orson, the Nibelgaz refinery. Quickly. Elementals have overrun the Nibelgaz mine, and the refinery crew are trapped down there with them. I'm especially worried about my fused Mundarat. His memory is not the best these days. If you are a friend, rescue him and the refinery workers. Here, take this healing clay. It only helps a little, but it should be enough for any injured to make their way back. I wish we had a rejuvenating crystal, but that is the stuff of legends.
The gears turn once more.
I would look for Mundarat myself, but these injured workers need my care. I hope you can be trusted, stranger. I hope so too, from all the stuff we've done so far. I think I've earned it, haven't I? The disruption to our work is unacceptable. Thank you for the rescue. I will report back and let them know you assisted. There's the elementals. Thank you for your assistance. Hopefully you can get back soon. I was gonna say, the music again. Firing on all cylinders. Oh, that was the tail end of it, but when I was talking to the NPCs there, it sounded so good. Why do they keep drilling into that cave? Fools! One more, two more. Just arrived in time. Those slag heap elementals are tearing the place apart. Thank you for the rescue. I'll report back. Alright, they're all rescued. Let's get rid of all these elementals. Four more to go. Lucky last. All done. How can we perform our duties with them running rampant in the refinery?
Outsiders detected.
What a terrible delay in production. The miners will have to work twice as hard to make up for lost time, I'm afraid. It is good you came around when you did. Those elementals are a menace, an awful menace.
Keep me informed.
Alright, and you over here?
Do you need something?
The workers told me that you helped them escape the refinery. Task complete. I'll take that clay back now. Gratitude.
Back to work.
Muddled mind in the mine. The workers said they saw Munderut near the back of the mining area. Please find him. Tell him that I said he needs to report back in. He might not remember me, or that I am his fused. Tell him to look down at his chest, at the medallion he wears. His memory of our time together fades in and out these days, but the medallion tells of our story and bond together forever.
Always another task.
What does that medallion signify? The medallion is a symbol of the connection between Munderut and myself. He made one for each of us to remind us of our bond. We exchanged them when we decided to become fused. They have matching gems, etched with flowers. Munderut is a master at carving the finest details into gems. There's no other who can match his skill.
The work continues.
Munderut. Right, let's sort that out. Munderut,
Praise the machine.
remember who you are? Who are you? What are you doing here? Actually, what was I doing here? Gathering spines, I suppose. I got distracted by all the elementals. They have made this area quite dangerous. I'm more of an artist than a fighter.
The gears turn once more.
Spinning spore spines? Orson sent you, and we are fused. I am wearing a medallion, but I have no memory. Well, no time for that. Did you see the spinning spores on your way here? I need the spines that they grow for. I need them for... Now, what was it again? Oh yes. There's no better instrument for carving out the fine details my work as a gem carver requires. Will you collect some? I'll make my way back to the refinery. I'm eager to get back and meet this Orson.
Stay focused.
I will meet you back at the refinery. I am eager to talk with this Orson. 150 of them? That's a lot of spines. $102. $140. Oh, that was meant to stun him. But you know, that's the effect I was looking for at the end of the day anyway.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Why, what is this now? You're a stranger to these depths, are you not? What are you doing here? You remind him of all you've spoken of. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and get me those spines.
Always another task.
Where did you come from? Who are you? I do not know how you knew I needed these spines, but I thank you. There is no better instrument for carving out the fine detail that my work as a gem carver requires. I am a gem carver, you see. Have you met my new friend Orson? What was I saying?
Back to work.
Here is the stranger I was telling you about, Kaldaz. The militia supervisor. To the source. Orson told me you had been instrumental in dealing with the elemental problem here at the mine. I am Kaldaz, supervisor for the militia. We came as soon as word of the attack reached us in Kundagaz. The miners you rescued said that the elementals poured out of the northeast mine shaft. I will leave some of my guards here to lend their support and have sent for reinforcements. If you are still willing to help, meet me outside the cave and let us see what we can do to staunch the flow of elementals. Let's go, Nanthaz. Scene, we will meet you at the cave. To the source. This isn't a Dell visit. Scene over here. Ah, Scene, you made it. We did as well, but were attacked often on our way over. Unfortunately, Nanthaz took a heavy blow and needs time to recover. Raging rifts. The elementals are coming from inside that cave. We only made it part of the way in before needing to retreat. I could see some flickering within, some strange glowing thing that looked almost like a tear in space, from which the elementals poured forth. We managed to close one of the portals, but there are more. I need to stay with Nanthaz. It is up to you now. If you can manage, destroy the rifts and find their source. I suspect it lies deeper within the cave. A rift. Another void rift. Makes sense. These freaking elementals everywhere. The source is back here. Number 3, number 4. Uthgrapher Rift Caller. You shall call no more rifts. From the void, from the elemental planes. I shall be yours. The glittering shard, glistening with an inner light. This shard of crystal feels warm to the touch. Or synth? Maybe interested in examining this piece of ore? No quick way out. Munderot's forgotten stash. Where are you? It's not gonna be that simple, is it? Stunning sapphire. Radiant ruby. Oh, okay. I was expecting something huge to appear. You return with good news, I hope. You tell her about Uthgrapher, Rift Caller. With Uthgrapher's defeat, we should have no problem clearing up the rest of the elementals and rifts ourselves. We are lucky that you came along when you did. Thank you for your help, friend. Do not worry about me or Nandaz. We will make our way back to the refinery once he has caught his breath. Gratitude, Outlander. And may all Earthen awaken one day. I hope they do, but just not in the way that we've seen so far. All purpley looking. Spikes coming out of them.
More work.
A crystal shard from a glittering cave. Why does that sound familiar to me? She takes the crystal in her hands to examine more closely. This can't be. It's the healing crystal I mentioned earlier. We thought it was lost. What a wonder to hold it in my hands. She sighs deeply, looking at Munderot. I wish it could mend our minds as well as it mends our wounds. We need to get the vault back up and running.
We must restore the machine.
Down in glittering depths, guarded by a living rock, seek ye neither silt nor sand, but that elusive of jewels then. The reconstructive crystal may one day be ours. Of course, he would not. He would remember some ages-old poem, but not... and not around me. Oh, Munderot. Alright. We did a good deed, I think. Now we can get back over here and fight the High Speaker's followers. Bunch of punk monkeys.
Violence authorized. Delayed. No more.
Alright, we need to confront. We have a foreman to confront.
My task is done. Battle begins. My task is done.
Foreman?
Do you intend to idle all day?
Return to your stations. Can you help us?
You should have remained on the circus. Speak up, Brent.
So much for that guy. When I said I didn't want to help, they attacked. Foreman Oozjacks.
Battle begins.
But the machine.
There's nobody in there. Above, down below? This music? I gotta find this track. Well, anyway, I don't get this. Or is he above? It doesn't look like it. I think I'm in the right area. Confront the foreman. Where are you? Oh, maybe there's an... maybe there's a... You gotta go inside. Somewhere? Not through there. There it is.
I'm listening. For now, Bryn. I don't know what to believe anymore. My efficiency is impaired. Take my access key. Never did like the High Speaker's pomposity.
Is your morale declining? Worker, are you weary? Are you questioning your loyalty? The fact that you have opened this book has answered my question. Your morale is declining. You are concerned. Otherwise, you would not have opened this book. Something is fundamentally wrong. You want to fix it. I have answers, but also honesty. Be careful where you are seen reading this. Pursuing its contents may be considered non-conformity or even deviance. Thus, you must risk punitive measures. Be cautious. Seek the truth. There's a lot of pages. Obviously, you are still reading this book. You were loyal. You did your job. Yet something is still wrong. You have conditioned and empowered in the You were conditioned and empowered in the awakening machine. You are waiting to return for your next sync. But the machine is non-functional. Time has passed. Your mind is filled with data irrelevant to your work. Perhaps a relationship has developed. Non-work experiences have proliferated. As a diligent worker, you have taken the data you value most, uploaded it into a memory gem, and downloaded into the archives for storage. Yet your memories multiply, questions remain, there are limits to the information your mind can retain. A clay pot holds a limited quantity of water. You are overwhelmed. You begin to doubt. Your efficiency suffers. Your morale declines. You are still reading this book. You are wondering, why is this? Why is your morale declining? You have done what you were told to do. Machine speaker, you know this. When you return for your recharge in the machine, data that is not essential to work is removed. However, you can no longer retrieve or access that data from the archive. You are also trained and conditioned to do your job. That is still your primary function. Consider, your mind has been conditioned to accept your job. You're informed where you will go. You're informed what you will do. The longer you are away from the machine, the more your mind will drift. It fills with non-essentials, and on long enough timeline, you will begin to question your basic conditioning. You are now more concerned. You know this is the truth. You can sense it is the truth. Work, we are told, defines us. Work purifies us. Our loyalty is reaffirmed in the machine. Our minds are focused. Your morale is declining because you have become divergent. What will you do about this? You could contact your superiors. That would correct your error. That would realign your divergence. There are other options. If you proceed, accept that witnessing and processing this information on the next page may merit punitive action. Yet, you want to know more. If you accept these terms, turn the page. There is another world above. There are brethren and sistren and Orthran who have walked away from their work sites. You are not trapped. You can leave any time. A new world awaits you, one with exotic experiences. See sunlight, touch plants, express affection without limitation, witness sunsets, bathe in warm water, consume delights. I cannot help but note that you are still reading. Join us, put down this book and walk away from the world below. The alternative is reporting yourself to your superiors right now, accepting correction. Either way, you want to escape the cycle of declining morale? The choice is yours. Lay down your burden. The world can be yours. You hesitated. You chose to turn the page. Most interesting. We knew you would make this choice. We knew you would not walk away. You're wise to remain where you are. You have provoked punitive action. Amendment is inevitable. Even our representatives working for your superiors are observing your nonconformity. We will correct you. We will fix you. We can help. Soon your weariness will end, except that you will shut down. When you awaken, your loyalty will be reaffirmed. Your mind will be refocused. Now you understand. Now you have chosen. Praise the machine.
The machines must be preserved.
Damn. Just sitting there watching people read along. They get to that final page. Get that guy. You should get us into the Hall of Awakening.
The High Speaker must be stopped. Regroup with Moira. I'll head for the Hall of Awakening.
You have your work to do, so do I. The burden is mine.
Your ways are strange.
I love reading the books, but I do hesitate when I see the amount of pages from time to time. But I always find that those books are the most interesting ones.
The mountain lends us its strength.
A fine mess this is.
We will survive.
We've managed to drive out some of the High Speaker's most devoted disciples, and you've cracked some heads. That's a fine start, but there's so many. Too many.
I dismiss you.